we're gonna deal this hand.
5 of a kind. 2s, though.
Hey everybody, welcome to the PJC cast, the Proud Jacuzzi Crew, where we do Would You Rathers and other fun things. My name is Dane.
And I'm Jimmy.
And in the tub with us today is 2 different friends. We invited 2 friends and neighbors over.
We're breaking new ground.
Yeah, we're breaking new ground. First is Mr. Kyle. Hi, Kyle.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, Kyle, you may have heard from our Quick Dip episodes where Kyle played a giant demon beast.
I believe I was the fan favorite from the PJC Mystery Hour.
Sure. All the fans just flooded us with tweets about #Shacks.
I've met at least one fan in person.
At least one.
May have been a coworker.
That's great.
Forced to listen to the episodes, but
And our second guest, coming from a tub that is tangentially related to ours,
Coming from a tub near you.
is
Yeah.
oh,
hear the tub?
there he is. This is Jordan. Everyone say hi to Jordan. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Nope, it's just me.
Us. I thought you meant like the audience.
Yeah, I kind of.
Oh,
But hey there, Jordan. What are you from?
I'm from. I have a podcast called Loud Dark Room.
Yeah,
It's about the Seattle DIY scene, kind of.
Seattle. Interesting.
Fartown. It's about the Fartown DIY scene. Sorry, my bad. And then also
where you lived.
I'll talk to some other people. I've never been on the show before, but there's a guy with a voice that's very similar to mine by the name of Soup.
Oh yeah, Soup's great.
He sounds made up.
He is. He does sound made up.
But I'm Jordan now.
Soup was also the one. Soup was also the one that wrote our intro music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A nice,
great.
cool guy. That
Soup was
is.
great.
I
Man,
wish
really
I could take
contributed
credit
a
for
lot.
that, but I didn't do that. That was
No, you-
someone else.
you've contributed nothing.
Yeah, it's breaking new ground today.
but you do contribute your podcast, Loud
do.
Dark Room, which is very
Yes.
fun, and you learn all about punks and their backgrounds and things like
Yeah.
that. I know I've learned a
like-
lot.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk to some people that aren't punks, but I
Oh,
haven't
yeah?
gotten there yet. Yeah, I mean they're
You'll get-
kind of who I have the easiest access to.
They're your circle of trust.
I don't know that I'd go that far.
Sure, fair.
I don't know that I'd jump in with a Meet the Parents reference.
That's my first thought. Beth's thought is, oh man, what am I going to come up with? I think I'll have to go meet the parents.
I mean, sometimes it's there for you when you need it.
Yeah. But what is here for us now when we need it most is a Would You Rather. So we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our first Would You Rather comes to us from Ruby in San Diego. And Ruby asks, would you rather be the director of a sci-fi movie or the main character of a sci-fi movie? And what would it be about? A big
So we
old
get to
broad
decide.
topic. Yeah.
Do we get to decide what the movie we're directing is about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's more of a producer, maybe? I don't know how
Writer
Hollywood...
director, I guess.
Hollywood
Directors
weird.
can
Say.
take a lot of liberties, I feel like.
Yeah.
Just be James Cameron and control the whole project.
Just every last... I'm making that wig.
I need more blue people.
in
Add
the
more
sky.
blue people, please.
I'm James Cameron, and I'm very polite.
When you have the time. Another blue
excuse
person or
me.
two.
Grip, can we get light over here, please?
On the digital space, can you
It's
light
how
up
he-
my internet modem, please?
should have come with lights.
Yeah.
It's got one light. It's got the on light.
The internet.
That's all
And
you
some
need.
others that blink in a language that no one knows.
A language that James Cameron himself invented just for his movie.
If you put on 3D glasses, like, you can't read it still, but, like, it's a little easier to understand.
Definitely looks a lot more beautiful.
So pretty. The pretty lights. No, so directing or starring in a sci-fi. I like the idea of clones. Clones kind of
Wait.
what?
You're
For
alone
a,
in that, I
for a
think.
topic?
Oh, okay.
For
I
a
thought you
topic?
meant, like, of you. And I was just like, how are you finagling clones into this?
You find a
was
way.
You find a way.
Like nature.
One of these ways I'm going to find you.
What? Okay, so clones.
I mean,
Sci-fi clones. Attack of the Clones, Star Wars.
right.
You wanted Star Wars.
Think of a clone movie. I'll put it in there.
Multiplicity. Hey.
Done.
Nice. Yeah.
You guys are on the
Is
same
there another
page.
clone movie?
Not really.
If we're getting
I mean,
down to brass
probably-
There
tacks.
need
Oh.
to be one.
If you
Yeah?
want to get technical, you could say The Prestige.
Okay. I have not seen that, so spoilers. Thank you.
Oh, it's fantastic. It may or may not have clones.
Is that a spoiler?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we gotta
pretty-
cut that.
pretty serious
solid
one,
spoiler.
actually.
Jeez.
Cool.
I'm also
M.
not
Night
seeing The
Shyamalan level
Prestige.
spoiler.
And then I would also say, oh, I had a good one that I lost in my brain. Oh, right. Aliens Resurrection. That's all about clones.
Oh, yeah.
From tail to the head.
From tail to
Also a spoiler.
Well, of a
Yes,
terrible
no.
movie instead of a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like spoilers of bad movies don't matter
That's
as
okay.
much.
So if I give away the end of The Village, no one's going to be too upset.
Right,
Man,
exactly.
I was thinking, I looked up at a plane today and thought about The Village and how dumb it was.
It's all it took. Huh?
Like, realistically, like, there's something to be said about every time I look up and see a plane in the sky, I really do just think about The Village.
It's
and
a no
how
fly
And
garbagey.
that's your curse, Jimmy.
I know, it's an M. Night Shyamalan curse.
It's hard to know what, to direct a movie, a sci-fi movie. Mm-hmm. Right? I would lean against that, I think, just because directing a movie sounds incredibly hard. And
Sure.
it's
I
very
mean, acting
easy to...
well is going to be really hard too, right?
Yeah.
How
So,
hard you-
No,
How hard
I
do
would
you
say
think
the
it is
acting is... Sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
Sorry. How hard do you think it is to make like an asylum level sci-fi film?
Asylum
Ve-
making like the
very-
really cheap knockoffs of
Yeah.
the Hollywood blockbusters.
very easy.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's
They
pretty
bang
easy.
out the script in like a day,
There's scripts.
and then they hire someone who used to be anyone, and now he's no one.
Rico.
And then and then boom, and then 9 months later, a movie is born.
Transmorphers.
We just watched 500 Mile an Hour Storm, where we did
That's
not
not
know
a very
the
catchy title.
we did not know the
It was-
main character's name the
was very
entire time.
descriptive.
Man, that sounds awesome.
I mean, it was Casper Van Dien. He was Rico the
Oh.
whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just Ricoing it up. His acting chops
was-
have not developed.
Like it was such like even as far as asylum movies go, because they're all kind of samey, right? But like this one was exceptional in that like, oh, we're in hot air balloons. There's a disaster. I'm the one who will save it because I'm a balloon man.
I'm a balloon man, professional.
I just love they outran a 500-mile-an-hour storm. The
They
whole
outran it.
movie.
It was just like, man, I hope we never have to do that again. 15 minutes later, here we go.
There were lots of parts of that movie that were clear skies, and I don't understand
clear
that plot
skies.
point.
Because they kept outrunning it.
They kept outrunning, getting ahead of the
Actually-
storm.
I think I know why there were clear skies.
Go ahead.
It was a shitty movie.
You're right. That's a good reason. Yeah, I
That
mean,
logic don't track.
and that brings up like, is your movie going to be good if you direct? It's probably going to be shitty, right? Whether
That's my guess.
you are acting in it or you're directing
No, I
in it.
just
Well, hang on. It's
I
not
want to put a point
acting.
out. Yeah,
You
it's
said
not
character.
You are a character in the movie. You're not acting. You are the character.
Well,
Oh, I want to act in a sci-fi movie. I don't know that I want to live a sci-fi life. Sci-fi movies, by and large, have something that is catastrophically terrible happening in them.
right.
Yeah.
And like, not necessarily like sci-fi series, but like movies, it's like, what's something that's bad that can happen? Well, like maybe like a tornado. Okay, but what if it's like a space tornado
Maybe it's aliens making the tornado.
or some shit, and you have this unbelievably difficult scenario to manage. Strikes
Right.
me as a thing I would not want to live through. But sci-fi is also a pretty loose term. Like, depending on how you feel about religion, what
Yeah.
dreams may come is a sci-fi
Ooh,
movie, maybe.
sure.
And then you get to
I think
live
that's just.
painting and
I
hang out
think
with
that's
Cuba
just
Gooding Jr.
fiction. I mean, that's not bad either. That's very colorful.
Yeah.
Guys, I think the spirit of the Would You Rather is that you're acting in the movie, though. I think it was poorly worded.
You think so? I kind of took it
yeah.
as you live the life, but that's a much easier choice to make.
Would you rather be the director of a sci-fi movie or the main character / what would it be about?
Who's directing?
Yeah, that's the logical leap.
M. Night
You tell me I
Shyamalan.
gotta fucking act in a asylum movie. I'm not. No, it's not happening. I'm directing.
I would act the pants off that movie.
You would. You'd be the front runner. But
Yeah.
guys, we're forgetting one thing. In both situations, we'd still get paid. Oh, what? Cash money, y'all. Woo! Ow!
Ow.
Ow. Oh. Nobody here likes money. Okay, fine. Bunch of
I mean,
Bryans.
it's okay,
Okay.
I guess. Getting paid is nice.
Yeah, so I think, well, what subject of the movies would you guys have?
Ah, jeez.
What would your movies be about?
If I was in it or directing it?
Yeah, either or.
Same movie? Okay.
I guess not.
I mean, if you want to overcomplicate it, sure.
I figured then I'd only have to come up with one plot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I see.
all right, so hear me out here on this
I'm
sci-fi
listening.
plot.
All right.
Spaceship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're out there.
It's
I'm on board.
Solo.
It's in love with the
Spaceship
planet
itself.
Venus.
Okay.
Ooh, yikes.
Sentient AI spaceship.
It goes in for a little kiss and it explodes because
Oh.
Venus is uninhabitable.
This is a love story.
But
It's a Romeo and Juliet story.
It's a love story.
Star-crossed
That's the whole
lovers,
plot.
really.
It's a
That's
romance.
The end. It's a romance. The end of the movie is everyone dies.
Yeah.
Wow.
I call it The Spaceship Who Loved Me by Venus.
Is Venus also directing this film?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The planet Venus. It's like at the end of Titanic where you go back to the old lady and she's like, that was me. The story was all about me.
Guess what?
But then it's like Venus in like a rocking chair because she's old. And like, she's like, that happened. I killed a lot of people because a spaceship was in romantic love with me.
and I wanted it to kiss me, but I knew it
I
would
knew the
die on
risk.
my surface.
Have you ever seen X-Men? I'm like that one X-Man, Rogue.
Except more explodey and with, particles.
Disastrous.
Yeah.
What if? What if your movie was about talking hamburgers
Oh.
in space?
That's your movie. It's your second
That's
movie.
how sci-fi it gets. Is you
And-
just put it in space.
And what if they were in love with the planet Venus?
Jimmy, do you have something to tell us?
I don't want to talk about it.
Venus is his desire.
Okay, so your hamburgers idea has got me thinking.
Oh, good.
That was the dream.
It's the distant future,
Okay.
and humanity has ruined the planet, ironically,
Of-
because that's what all the
of
movies are
course.
about nowadays. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid humans.
For some reason. Anyway, and so everybody just went inside, right? Like, instead of like doing stuff outside, we're doing stuff inside now.
Sure.
And
Volleyball,
so volleyball and
barbecues.
like surfing, whatever you could really do
Any
outside.
any
Indoor
summer-based activity, anything that you do during summer.
Sandcastles.
Yeah, you do sandcastles inside now.
Water skiing.
But because everything's inside, you have to grow your plants inside too. It's called hydroponics. But
that sounds dank.
it's super dank.
It's the stickiest.
It is that stickiest of the icky hydroponics.
Yeah, right.
And so everybody went to their like, this is not a store for growing weed store, and bought all the stuff. And now we grow plants.
Knotweed? So much
inside,
knotweed.
But it's
inside.
not weed.
It's not
swear.
weed that we're growing.
It's
Because you
not
can't eat weed.
Asterisk. But I guess maybe somebody puts too much of the hydroponic magic on like some lettuce, and then the lettuce starts eating people.
Oh.
And it's like, feed me Seymour, and then it's a musical.
Sci-fi musical.
I like that mix.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you might.
That's good.
So that's my movie.
Now, is the plant monster also weed?
As many plant monsters, amongst which are little weeds, and the joke is that they're stoners. It's a Pixar kind of animated thing.
Sure. With big old likable eyeballs.
Yeah, but they'll kill you. But the
Yeah,
joke
but
is
they'll
that
kill
they're
you.
high all the time.
Right. They've got the
other-
munchies for blood.
Would
For
your other
human
characters catch them on
flesh.
fire?
Would they do
What about
what?
you?
Would
Yeah.
your other characters catch them on fire?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
get
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, for sure. Get super
Would everyone get
high.
high on those fumes?
Yeah.
Is that the everyone's too high to kill because everything's a weed monster?
It's inside. That's
Where's
their
that-
it's
where-
check and mate.
Where is the
Everybody-
air going to go to
Hot
escape?
boxing.
Get their ass to Mars.
The general conceit of hotboxing is that like it will dissipate eventually, but not in space.
Not
It
in-
fucking won't.
Not in bubbles because the planets destroy it.
Not on the inside beach.
No. We here on the inner beach catch sick waves and get super stoned.
Side note, real quick, I
Yeah.
do literally live like maybe 5 blocks from a place that advertises itself as an indoor beach.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I think it's a warehouse full of sand.
Ooh, I have more questions for
I haven't-
you.
That's-
I haven't really like. It was open one time. It seemed like that's what it was, and you can go in and play volleyball and build sandcastles and stuff.
I want by the next time you're on to have an update on this place. If you,
I'll see
if
what I
you-
can do.
If you could.
Yeah, I'll see if I can track them down.
I guess in Fartown where it rains all the time, people are like, "Oh man, I just need some of that sweet beach life."
Sweet, sweet beach beach.
It's true, and all our beaches are made of sharp rocks.
Oh, gross.
It's not great.
Nobody likes that. Kyle, what would your movie be about?
If I'm acting in it, it's superheroes. Like,
Okay.
I just want to go buck wild with superheroes.
So like a science fiction superhero thing where like people are made to be better by science.
Just me.
Just you. Okay. Fair
I'm the
enough.
star of this movie.
So like a RoboCop situation.
Not as tragic.
Okay. So you
Like,
want
I
your
think
Does
those
RoboCop die? I guess he dies in the beginning.
No.
He dies in that
Does
he
he?
gets shitty by the second film.
he dies
like
in our
The
hearts.
franchise dies.
Like Die Hard
Right.
did.
Yes, a lot
It
like
died. It died hard.
Oh.
But you're acting. What you're saying is you're acting in it.
Yeah. If I, like the idea of being a character was kind of cool, but if it's just directing or acting, no, fuck it. I just want to act.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to be the star of this film.
What if you were the character then? How would that change things for you?
It'd be way more interesting.
Yeah.
And then I'd still want to be in the superhero movie.
So not a lot. It wouldn't change a lot for you.
Nah.
No. Okay. Cool.
I thought there was gonna be more argument in my head with that, but no.
As you started sussing it out, it was just like, no, this is where I'm at. Where I'm at.
Like a good sci-fi flick directing just takes way too much work.
Sure.
You have crews and you have
Got to manage people.
B-roll you gotta do.
Oh man, that B-roll.
B-roll. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Directors are not involved in the B-roll process.
But I'd be that director that was. I don't want to be that director.
That would make it A-roll.
He's really James Cameroning it. He'd really be involved in all steps.
I would write this thing. I'd direct this thing. I control it. I'd be in it. I would be actor in my own movie.
Honestly, I think I would probably direct, and that may come to a surprise to everyone, including myself.
What?
Being the center of attention boy I am. But I feel like as a director, I'd be able to explore a lot more interesting themes of the sci-fi genre than simply being a passenger and being a vehicle for such themes of other people.
Tell me of these themes.
What would you explore?
The sense of self, the idea of soul,
Space hamburgers
specifically.
Fancy spirits.
Like if one clone gets super high, then do all the clones get super high?
How do clones work? An investigation.
Yeah. Documentary by Dane.
In space.
In space. And I would probably like get hooked on some hard narcotic drug to keep me going throughout the filming process, like directors of old. So I'd be doing some fatty bumps and like tying off and things on set.
Whoa.
Just in the director's chair.
Just get really.
Did I say action?
We're in the middle of a scene, Dan.
No, I didn't tell you cut. I told you cut the coke.
Oh wow. It always comes back to cocaine. Yeah, so I think I'd do that. What about you, Jordan?
Well, I did come up with a pretty great movie idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
Does
was
it have to do with the
No, I told
cabbage?
you already. It's got the
right,
weeds
okay.
and lettuce. And
We were there. We already did that. Yeah.
My first instinct is I'd want to act and I'd want to be one of the little weed guys. But then I feel like that's such a bit part, and I don't know. Maybe I'd just get pigeonholed as being a sentient marijuana nugget.
Yeah.
And I
But
don't
you're
want
also
that.
you kind of came up with the idea so you could write it and then play like a secret cameo a la Stephen King. You'd be
Or
the
M. Night
Stephen
Shyamalan.
King or the M. Night Shyamalan.
Stan Lee.
Or
what's
Stanley.
that guy that did it? Oh yeah, Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock.
So, but I don't want to do that. I want to direct, and here's why. Because I've already got like a vision for this film, and
You're
I definitely
committed. It's
want
your baby.
John Leguizamo as
Sure.
Good choice.
one of the leads. Sorry,
Sorry.
I think he'd. I want John Leguizamo and John Turturro,
Ooh.
like
good.
not very stony guys. Maybe Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want these characters as the weed guys. Maybe they're all kind of paranoid. And then as the cabbage that like gets big and scary and sings, I would want to be voiced for the songs by Adele.
Okay.
Because I think that'd be moving, and I think that the juxtaposition against the comedy weed and the musical lettuce would really bring audiences to give me a
Their
little.
knees.
Yeah, I was just thinking their money. Put butts in the seats.
Yeah, get those tushuses.
Whoa, boy.
Tookacies.
Oh
Dave's
goodness.
just like,
I tried a thing. It didn't work.
Nah, that's okay.
Thanks.
So I would direct to answer your question.
Okay, good. How about you, Jim?
I'm directing also.
No kidding.
I like movie making.
You do.
This
That's
is
right.
less to do with the merits of the question.
and more to do with your own personal
My own
proclivities.
personal life experience. Though I don't know. Realistically, I would just it's the same. I'm generally a more behind the scenes kind of guy.
Kind of guy.
Not necessarily by choice, but much more by experience.
Yeah.
Movie sets are fun, and if I'm in control of everything, I get to yell whenever I want.
Hey, Jimmy likes yelling.
I get to scream.
It's true.
I wanted 2 creamers in this coffee. God damn
You're
it!
fired from every movie.
You'll never work in this town again.
Please come back to the next movie so I can fire you again.
What a job that would be.
To lose your job. I
Fired
have
to
something
fire.
that I
Yeah?
forgot to say.
Uh-oh, you better say it now.
Jonathan Winters has to be the voice of all the eggs in the movie.
Eggs?
I realize they're not vegetables, but I realize that would be a good thing for Jonathan Winters.
I don't remember who that is.
He's
He's the egg salesperson.
he does eggs things. No, he did Hairspray.
Oh yeah,
Oh no, I'm thinking of
that's John Waters.
John Waters.
Oh, John Waters
Jonathan
has made
Winters. He
horrible
was an egg
movies to
spokesman.
watch.
He was the egg spokesman. Good
He
old
also
egg.
did some other stuff too, like
Yeah.
painting and comedy.
He inspired Robin Williams.
Oh,
They were two cut of the same cloth. They were. Yeah, no, he'd be a good egg man.
he's a
I
good
think
egg.
so. He's a good egg man.
Eggman.
Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman.
Sonic.
We're doing it. We're talking about Sonic, you
Sonic the
guys.
Hedgehog. Do
Bringing
you
it
think
back.
they changed it? Never mind. That's fine.
If we keep going, we might be able to get PJC bingo throughout this.
Ding, 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 ding. I get a free soda.
We'll talk
Do
about
you
Bad
think
Dragon.
if we talk about Sonic the Hedgehog enough, Brian will come back?
If you say
Hey,
Sonic the
whoa.
Hedgehog 3 times in a mirror, Brian shows up.
Oh, I wish.
That'd be really easy. That'd be very
It'd be
convenient
really
to hang out with him.
inconvenient for Brian.
It'd be bad for
Because we
Brian.
can't send him away.
No, there's
Just
no.
be like, well, I'm
Hey, can you guys
Stuck
give
in
me a ride
Fartown.
home?
He calls up a friend near his house and he's like, "Hey, I need you to do me a favor. You got a mirror? Any mirror.
Any mirror, it doesn't matter. That or you're like
actually-
Knuckles, 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 and then he's gone.
oh yeah.
Shadow.
Okay, that was good, but we got to move on now, guys.
I guess.
Now, Dane,
So sad.
I have a very important question to ask you.
Yes, please.
What is the name of our next segment? And I'm gonna I heed you
Yeah.
to tell us. It-
Con. Zoom.
okay.
E. Consuming Hearts. It's called Consuming Hearts, guys. That's official. It's canon.
Not official.
These guys really hate the name that I came up with.
Everyone-
You hate baby talk, and because everyone hates baby talk.
Oh, that's right. Hold on a second. Oh, Dane, you want to do the consuming hearts? Do you want to do it, Daney Poo Poo? Consuming hearts.
I do want to do Consuming Hearts. Little baby Jordan, I do.
That's how I talked
Consuming
actually
Hearts.
last year when I was
Oh, really?
33. Yeah, that was
Because you were a tiny baby man.
That was very adult talk.
Ooh, adult talk. So Consuming Hearts is the segment where we take two wild ass products that we find on the internet, discuss their merits, and find out whether or not they would fall in love with each other. It is the marrying of two classic segments that we have here on the PJC cast, hence the title debacle that was just hashed out.
Lonely
I don't
Corner.
care. That's boring.
See, I love Lonely Corner.
No, it's boring.
And then you think about like the image for that like segment. If we're on a talk show, you go over to it and it's like it's all just hatching and cross hatching and a sad boy in the corner.
God.
Yeah.
With
Oh
but he has like Nikes on and like a Monster Energy drink in his fucking mouth.
Because he's a consumer, late stage capitalism.
And he's lying.
I don't know why. I always pictured a street corner.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of pictured a bar called The Lonely Corner.
Where everybody knows your name.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what product do we have on the docket this week?
Let me channel my inner impersonation. Here we go. You guys like opening bottles?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Wildlife. You like wildlife?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Less than opening bottles.
Yeah.
How about hunting?
Oh no.
guys like hunting?
I don't like
I'm down.
hunting at all.
Sell me.
Sell me on hunting. Change my mind.
If you answered yes to all of the above, you might like the deer rear with bottle opener.
Oh, is it a deer's butt that you open bottles with?
That's right, Dane.
Oh.
It is as a hunter might mount the head of a stag on his wall. You too can mount the ass of a deer, tail up, ready to fucking fire one off.
Gotta get those white tails,
And you
guys.
can put your fucking the top of your bottle where your mouth is gonna go eventually into its hind quarters to snap off that top.
Oh boy.
It'll be the talk of the town.
See, now if my product was like a joke golf gift, I think they'd fall in love instantly.
Oh, fuck.
Like a jelly bean dispenser that like you hit the jelly bean into the hole, and then that's a hole in one.
That sounds okay. Like, I'm not really like a golf guy, but that sounds all right.
Or like my other wife is a golf cart. One of those.
Oh, there it is.
They're good at protection. They protect
What, wives?
golf carts.
Oh, okay.
They protect
okay.
you from having to walk.
I guess so.
That's right. I want to read the description in one of my favorite voices.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Is this
It's
a little
not very-
baby?
it's not very long.
Are you doing a British baby? Because
That is one of my favorites.
Please
but
be Cockney.
no,
I really want Cockney.
it's not Cockney.
that's what he said. That's what he said just now.
Deer
Kyle
Rump
said that.
Openers.
I did.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Deer Rump Openers is pleased to introduce the new foam Deer Rump Opener. It looks very similar to the real taxidermy mount, but without the cost. The new lower price foam opener makes a great gift for the hunter on your list at a price that doesn't break the bank.
Don't want to break the bank with your bottle openers.
Hang the opener next to your singing bass and
Oh,
sit back
Jesus.
and watch what your guests say. This bottle opener is sure to be the talk of your den or bar.
This is what they say. Is that a fucking deer's butt? Is that really what you're putting here?
Also, real quick, so there's features and details. There's
No.
two. So one of the features and detail is synthetic deer butt opener. And the second one is when a sportsman sees this deer butt bottle opener, they have to have one.
They're gonna fucking come in their pants because they love deers so much.
Specifically, deer butts.
So
What do you think this costs?
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Well, I
What
wanted
about
to say
that?
something before we
Yeah.
get
Go ahead.
down to that voice
Maybe.
you did.
Yeah.
And it, like, maybe I'm just shouting into the void right now, but
Yeah.
it really reminded, there was like an ad on TV that was like, hey, do you want to try and do art? You can take this test. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I remember that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Reminds
They
Draw
send
me
you
this-
like a packet.
Yeah, and you can draw like a pirate and a turtle.
right.
And I guess send it in.
They're like,
it reminds me of
yeah,
that guy.
you're good at art.
You too
Yeah.
could be an artist.
There you go.
Yes. Oh, fuck, I'm so bored. Like, you just say that. God.
I just want to watch my show.
And
coming
now
back
it's
on.
time for more Nick at Night.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Do you really like I Dream of Jeannie? We'll fucking hear it.
Here
Goddamn
it is, over and over again, because the
Showing
good shows
Fresh
are
Prince on
gone.
Nick at Night now, by the way.
Yeah, they are good.
So, in case you didn't want to feel old. So how much does it cost? I don't know.
Wait, hang on. Before we figure out how much it
Sorry.
costs, how big is this thing?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like,
Let
is it
me-
a full-size deer butt?
Oh, I wish.
Because it's
It's
synthetic.
pretty big.
Yeah, because they're like, hey, you can't afford a real deer's
Oh,
butt.
You could add this to your wedding registry.
Oh, thank God. Hey,
I want to see the marriage that goes through where that becomes a gift.
Marriage of a lot of murder.
I'm trying to find. So it is. So here's the dimensions.
Yeah.
It's 22 inches by 12 inches by 9 inches.
oh,
That's pretty big.
that's pretty
Yeah.
big.
That's a foot wide
Yeah.
and almost a
That's-
foot deep.
At least
like
the
That's
size
a
of
full deer butt.
a doe at the very least.
A deer, a female.
When you first said it, I just assumed that it was like a little plastic bottle opener. But this is like, I've killed a deer and I've shoved a bottle
I
opener
can't show
into
Jordan
its
the
butt.
picture, but like it's pretty sizable.
Yeah.
Can't you
Like,
just
it's
screenshot
bigger
it
than the
and send it
bottle.
to me? I'll just
No.
find it myself.
Yeah,
It's pretty
good.
hard to find.
Not
It's
at
like
all.
a prosthetic deer ass.
So if you wanted to know what price it is,
Oh,
so
no.
do I.
Wait.
So do
Is
I.
it-
It's unavailable.
Oh, because I was
Price
gonna
is
say
unavailable.
$20.
I can't tell you.
Guys,
That's not for that size.
20
I bet that-
bucks.
I
Guys,
can't even see. There's 29 reviews,
guys,
but I can't
Yeah.
see what it cost.
Y'all
Like-
can't see the look I'm giving Dane.
like
right now.
bucks. Get it? Bucks.
George Takei rated this.
Oh no.
Somebody named John Deere says, "Do not have sex with this. I repeat, do not have sex with this product."
Well, if you're gonna get it from
Pop your
anyone,
top.
just
These
the tip.
these reviews are very funny. To whom
I
it may
couldn't
concern.
find it.
I am an adult male deer, aged 6 years, and then he writes a fucking story that I'm not gonna read.
You can't find it.
No, that's all
Jordan?
right. You send it to
I'll
me.
send you the picture. Hold on.
can
But
send me a
while
link,
while
too.
I do that, Dane, do you have a surprise for us?
I do. Our second
What
fucking
is it?
bullshit that
What
we're
is
gonna
it?
be talking about on this very good
What
podcast.
is it?
Our second podcast product is uranium ore. Guys, it's real uranium ore. It's radioactive, and it's yeah. It's not
Okay.
eligible for Prime though.
Fuck, well,
so-
why bother?
Why even bother to get it? So this is definitely
boy.
real radioactive ore. The ore sample material is naturally occurring radioactive materials, or NORM. Counts per minute, CPM, activity rate listed on the label is determined using a GCA07W digital Geiger counter that has the NRC certification. Activity levels include all radiation types: alpha, beta, gamma. Uranium ore samples are useful for testing Geiger counters. License exempt, uranium ore sample size and CPM activity will vary. Shipped and labeled metal container is shown, which looks like a little pomade bottle. It looks like a little.
little.
It's little.
Do you want the smallest amount of something that can power a time machine? Order a lot of
that
them.
was plutonium.
Well,
Oh, it might have been.
well.
I guess this could also power a time machine.
Yeah, any time
In the future.
you want it to. So it's 6x6x4. So it's not a little container. It's
That's an inch.
yeah, 6 inches. Yeah,
It's pretty big, actually.
it's pretty big. It's a lot of ore that they're giving
Yeah.
you.
That's a container though.
And you can buy this on
That's
on
true.
Amazon.
Yeah, but it's not eligible for Prime, so
So again,
like I said.
It's basically not on Amazon.
Oh, guys, it's only 3.5 stars out of 5. Oh,
This uranium was not what I expected.
yeah.
Top tier
And
uranium.
that's out of okay. We're gonna guess the price in a second, but first, guess how many times this product has been reviewed. And I'm gonna give you a hint. Since 2001.
Oh, yikes. I guess 2037.
Okay,
I'm gonna say 536.
500.
4,000.
Okay, how many?
4,000.
Ooh, that would be Kyle, closest without going over at 1,281 reviews.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, this old boy's been around for a while. Majority is 5-star reviews, but when you had so many,
Fine, read us a 1-star. What are they upset about?
oh, that's a good
I didn't
point.
know I was buying uranium.
1 star, do not buy by Casual Weekend Plan in 2014. Would rate 0 stars if I could. I guess the superpowers you receive from this product are completely random. My power was colon cancer and the ability to smell colors. How am I supposed to fight crime with that? Do not buy.
Is there a real one? All right, what is one of the 5-star reviews?
Are you
say?
assuming that wasn't a real one?
I'm gonna do this second 1 star
Yeah, I guess.
just real quick.
People buy
Deceptive description by Anon PD in 2013. I thought I was ordering uranium-235. This stuff is not fissionable and not at all appropriate for building a death ray or small nuclear reactor. Oh gosh, look at them. And then there's another.
Would take uranium on Amazon a little bit more seriously.
And then the next one is real, a verified purchase, and he has his Geiger counter out showing that there's no radiation here. This is totally fake. We took a Geiger counter and there were only 22 CPN or background. They just put a fake rock in the container. We're returning it, and we feel we should warn people. 108 people found this helpful.
Fuck.
So how much would you buy, or how much would you pay for this little beauty?
For this
This
fake rock.
this very real uranium ore with activities of all the spectrum of radioactive.
$25.
$25. I got $25. 20, 25, 25.
50.
How much?
50.
50. We got $50. $50. Jordan.
$39.95.
Jordan, you cheated. You looked it up. You motherfucker. You stupid meanie. Oh,
In his defense, he was looking at the deer
you
butt.
ruined the whole. Oh, I'm canceling everything. We're done now. No. Yes, it is indeed $39.95. But free shipping. So you don't even need Prime. So
You don't even need Prime, but it will take a month.
it'll take a lot longer than a month, probably. I'm going to add to cart real quick, and then we can review this ourselves.
Yeah, that seems cheap.
It does for like a radioactive material. Yeah.
If that's
Quite
what
a lot
you
of
were
wars
getting,
over that stuff.
it was very expensive for a fake rock of not uranium.
If you want uranium ore, a Geiger counter, and a book of the U.S. Armed Forces Nuclear, Biological, and Chemical Survival Manual, that'll only run you $426.52.
The Geiger counter's got to be the expensive.
That must be the one.
That's how they get you the cellular uranium.
Right.
And then you got by the Geiger counter.
It's a cart before the horse type of situation with the uranium ore. But will these two products fall in love?
I'm going to say yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like the person who buys either of these might buy both of these.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, I'd be lying if I said I didn't legitimately think of buying y'all the deer rear bottle opener.
Oh, that would be just so nice of you if you did that.
I know, but it's unavailable.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, I could very much see, like, the dude who's, like, really into, you know...
Deer butts? Deer butts.
Deer butts. Well, like, hunting, kind of keeping an eye on, you know, the bad element and, like, maybe building his own nuke. I don't know. It just makes sense to me.
Hunting and survival kind of go together, and buying ore, yeah, for sure.
You might use that.
You might use both. You throw the ore at a deer and be like, I'll take you down slow but sure.
How else are you going to grow your sentient weed?
Got to get that weed piping hot.
Yep.
I think the ore is going to be real hot all the time, if you know what I mean. You know?
I think that's how it works.
Like, all I'm saying is if they fucked, I'd buy the porno.
Rent it.
Which does lead to my one question I have.
What's that?
Can you shove the uranium up the deer butt?
Well, they said don't fuck it.
They said don't fuck it, but that's not me fucking the deer. It's the rock.
It's true. And they said don't, not that you can't.
But you can pop his top off.
Oh, the difference, you see. What were you saying, Jimmy?
That is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Pop it right off.
So, I mean, the bottle opener might be able to open the can easier, so they can get more intimate quicker. I don't know.
The question
I
wasn't,
like it.
are they going to fuck? It's, are they going to find love?
Oh, very true. Thank you for keeping us track.
Yeah.
Keeping us track. That's what I said.
I vote yay.
Oh, really?
Yay!
Why?
Because, man, if a fake rock and a fake butt can't be fake together. What the fuck are we living
What's the
for?
point even? What's the
Legit.
point?
I know real butts and real rocks that get together all the time. So a fake butt and a fake butt and a fake rock, perfect match.
Guys, I think we're all on the same page here. I think we've found love between these two things. Yay! That's the first time it's been unanimous that we would find love between these products. That's really
How
nice.
many products have you compared so far? Just out of curiosity.
I think it's been 3 episodes of doing this.
Yeah,
Okay,
sounds right.
just checking.
Two or three, something
3
like
or 4.
that. 3 or 4.
Couldn't be more than
So
5.
we're doing a great job, is what I'm trying to say.
I see.
We're finding love out there in the world.
20% to 25.
World.
Our next would you rather comes from the place of love and harmoniousness known as Reddit, or would you Reddit, like I like to call it. So our would you rather this week is from user. Yeah, we're going to do this one. User JWill0881, and JWill asks, would you rather have all your sneezes smell like farts,
Oh.
or all your farts be as uncontrollable and sudden as sneezes?
Oh.
Ooh.
Which is really popping right out of you.
Does it mean if you sneeze and it smells like a
Right.
fart,
You'd smell
does
it.
it smell like a fart all around you or just in your own nose?
I would think all around you.
You're
'Cause-
expelling it out.
yeah.
So everyone else.
What if
smells
you
it
cover
too.
your mouth?
No, I mean, it's out there, man. You're spraying that shit. That's going 100 miles an hour. That's going...
I mean, think about it. You
35
fart in your
feet.
pants, and it still smells terrible.
yeah.
And it's fast too.
It's a quick release.
Well, like, have you ever noticed how fast it, like, this is something I think about a lot, actually. I put a lot of thought into this. When you fart and you smell it almost instantaneously. Mm-hmm. Like, it's right, like, how fast does fart go?
How fast does fart go?
How fast does fart go?
How fast does fart go? Oh, man.
I just want to know. I get a scientist on it, man.
Going the speed of fart.
Yeah, it's fast.
You spend 12 years in school
Yeah.
to answer the question, how fast does fart go?
I want to know.
You have your doctorate in biology and chemistry specifically to know how fast does fart go.
Thesis panel, I thank you for seeing me on this day. I've spent the last year and a half of my life writing this 47-chapter treatise on a very important question. Now, I put this to you. How fast does fart go?
Here's the beginning of my 3-hour presentation.
Inquiring minds want to know.
How fast does fart go? And they're all, yes.
We'll be live streaming this event.
Follow me on Twitch. Smash that like button.
Also on Fart2.
Part 2. Yeah, but I think that if you sneezed out your farts,
Yeah.
then
I got a clarification question.
Sure.
So like I feel like in general I sneeze much less than I fart.
uh-huh.
So am I still farting the same amount?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
And you are sneezing the same amount as well.
I like that currently I can sort of control my farts and decide to not fart if I really work hard at it.
Sure.
I don't want that taken away from me. That is a simple basic human right.
Yeah, you would lose your job. Like, whatever that job. You could work in sanitation and people would be like,
Right.
Jesus, Jimmy, just try and hold it in.
Just try for
I'm
one.
sorry. And I'm shoveling up literal garbage. Ah!
Which one
Crying.
feels better to you guys?
Physically?
You
Yeah.
really sneezing.
Oh, that's a challenge.
Oh, I'd say farting.
Farting feels better, right?
That feels like such a good release. Sneezing feels dangerous to my life.
How so? What are you talking about?
There's like a head whipping action and like you ever sneeze while driving? like
Oh
you fear
yeah,
for your life for
I
a
have
moment.
thought about that.
Dangerous, yeah.
I've never farted and thought I was gonna die.
I always
Actually, I take that back.
I always hated the fact that my dad actually says the words "achoo" when he sneezes. Achoo. That's how he does it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's real.
He like leaves it little at the end.
Achoo.
Oh, that's awful. I achoo, but it's like a sneeze still. And I only noticed it recently that I
Yeah,
do that.
you say achoo.
Achoo.
So
It was loud.
my dad also said "achoo,"
Yeah,
and he was not like in his day-to-day life a very loud person.
but
But when he would sneeze, I'm going to get loud for a second, so I apologize
Yeah.
to everyone.
we'll watch the
Please.
levels.
He'd wind it up, and then he'd go, like, you know how you wind up a sneeze.
Sure.
Right. And he'd kind of go, achoo! Like, pretty consistently.
Like a bird would. like
like a bird sneeze.
a cawing crow.
I kind of
Like
like
if
to
a
think of it as if, like, a really sketchy, energetic criminal from the 30s sneezed.
Achoo, see?
Sneezy McLaughlin,
Good old Sneezy.
the scourge of South Dakota.
Right. Yeah. Or going back to John Turturro, if he sneezed, I imagine he would sneeze the same way my dad sneezed.
Yeah.
Very animated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
With like a
Also,
little
let
dance
me-
before he goes.
This criminal, Sneezy McLaughlin, yes.
Yeah.
Real quick, I do want to talk to you about my morning routine.
Oh, okay. What an interesting segue that may or may not have anything to do with what we're talking about. Please,
It has
please,
everything to do with what we're talking about.
please proceed. Yes, go ahead.
I wake up, I fart like the biggest of the day.
It's just been
Get it
sitting
right
there
out there.
hibernating.
I can't get up before I do it. And then that happens, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Then I go, I make coffee, I sit down and I eat my cereal, and then pretty much like clockwork, after I'm finished with my cereal, but before I drink the coffee that I made,
Yeah.
I sneeze 2 to 9 times.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
It's getting up in that dangerous territory.
Are
Yeah.
you
So-
allergic to cereal?
I'm allergic to the space between cereal and coffee.
The
You ever
space
thought about just mixing the two?
between.
Yep.
I've never thought about correcting this behavior in any way.
Why would you want to? That sounds
how do you
great.
correct it?
I don't know.
Give yourself a test, a sneeze
Pour the coffee in the
test.
cereal.
Just sneeze in your coffee.
I've never done that.
Don't do it. You'll burn your face
I
off.
it's
pour
before
coffee
I-
into my cereal. I do that. It tastes good.
You do what?
Pour my coffee in my cereal sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
Tell
just,
us more.
well, let's just put milk in there and put milk in the coffee, and then I pour the whole thing in a cereal, and then
That's
it's
actually
like 2
a great
for 1.
fucking idea.
It's good. It tastes good
That
too, because
sounds-
coffee tastes great.
Good. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning.
Give it a shot, man.
Completely said this as a joke. I didn't think it was a real thing.
It's a
that could
real
happen.
thing. It tastes good.
I also assumed maybe you were joking, but I was like, I don't know if he's joking,
Guys?
so I'm going to err on the side of caution.
Guys, in this instance, on my comedy podcast where I joke all the time, I am not joking. For real.
It's like soup
tastes good.
for breakfast.
No.
Hot soup, hot coffee soup.
That's not-
with your fucking cornflakes.
No.
Like, do you pour milk in the bowl first and then pour the coffee in?
No, I put because I want to taste that coffee.
This is
So
how I
I-
know it's not true. Okay, I was just waiting.
No, it is. Fuck you. It is true. I do
I'm pretty
it.
sure he's being sincere.
Yeah, I put milk in the coffee so that I can taste the coffee still,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then I put that in the cereal bowl
So just dry cereal bowl, pour
Yeah,
the coffee.
yeah.
Okay.
With milk in it. I don't do black coffee. I'm not an animal.
I do black coffee, motherfucker.
In my cereal. Excuse me. Let me amend that. I do
oh,
drink
that's fair.
black
Yeah,
coffee.
that would be barbaric.
You just want the most kicking Cheerios ever.
I like my women like I like my coffee in milk and cereal.
And cereal, crunchy.
With little circles floating in them.
And then eventually soggy. But I was told by the internet that when they were first marketing cereal to Europe, it was unheard of to drink milk for breakfast. So, like, marketing dry cereal to Europe, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, maybe in coffee. And so what the marketing execs came up with is they marketed cereal by pouring coffee on it with the milk.
Huh.
And that's how cereal spread across the land. It's not an interesting story, but
That's buck wild.
Anyway.
Listen, what other things could go in cereal? Hear me out. Juices.
no, see,
Juices and Lucky Charms. Orange juice.
Maybe
Fucking
like a ruby red grapefruit and Reese's Puffs.
Yeah. Like what's that shit? V8?
Yeah, there you go.
V8 and Golden Crisp.
That's using the old noodle.
just oatmeal with like prune juice on top.
Or like a Monster energy drink.
Just
Who
an
needs
oatmeal
coffee?
Jaeger shot.
I've got soda and bull taurine.
Gross.
There are other kinds of taurine.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why Tor is in it, like for Taurus.
It's for Tauros, the Pokemon.
Tauros, the Pokemon. It
That's
doesn't
where they
evolve.
That's where they get it.
Can I get a Taurus butt mounted on my wall?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, probably.
It'll have 3 tails.
Go on Etsy.
Well, I want it. 3 bottle openers.
So you can triple fist your drinks.
Oh, God.
What? You're not drinking
Like,
through
you
your
don't do
butthole.
that?
You don't
Right?
know my life, Jordan.
Are you keystering V8 right now?
Listen, I'm busy. I gotta expedite all my processes.
Is that what they call it? Keystring?
Yeah, it kills you.
Yeah, it does. Because
Dave
people
can
do that.
pour coffee into a cereal. I can do whatever I want.
I
with
can
3
do
beers.
whatever
I can do whatever I
want.
want with my asshole.
Yeah. It's amazing what laws aren't out there yet.
All right,
They don't make
everybody.
them till you break them.
I'm going to level with you. I love the feeling of sneezing. It feels very
Oh
gratifying
yeah,
to
we're
me.
doing a podcast.
I love the feeling of sneezing, so I would love to feel that in my butt. The feel of sneezing in my butt
Now-
sounds great. No, let me finish.
Okay, but then I have a question for you before you final answer.
Before I finish, let me finish.
Okay.
I would sneeze out my butt for the feel, and also because I could remote project my farts because they go 100 miles an hour out of my butt, and they
That's
go
gonna ruin
35 feet.
Under ruse.
So it's like a fart laser coming out of my behind.
Fart laser?
So it's like a ventriloquist act, except instead of talking, it's bad smells.
Have you seen Mystery Men?
I have seen Mystery Men.
Oh, yeah.
There's
You'd be the one.
there's the flatulent. There's the Paul Rubens.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd be the Paul Rubens. And I'd be just as funny.
All right. So I have a question for you.
Yeah,
I have a lot of questions.
Have you ever sneezed
yeah.
which caused you to fart?
Oh yeah, sure.
So that shit hurts. That shit hurts my buns.
To
hole,
you, maybe.
and I don't want that ever.
Oh,
A sneeze feels so nice, you sort of.
yeah. Really clears you out.
I like a sneeze. I'll take a sneezy, farty sneeze.
I guess I'd probably have to wear Depends just in case
It's gonna come
accidents
out of you
happens.
violently.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if you've ever sneezed and anything has come out, and I know you have, then you've got to account on. And like you said yourself, it's like 100 miles an hour,
yeah.
right? Like you sneeze as fast as a cheetah, which means you would fart
Farting
that
cheetah
fast
speeds.
coming out of your fucking butthole. There's
Yeah.
like you would shit yourself every time.
I don't know.
No, motherfucker, you don't.
I'd find out though.
Yeah, I mean, if
You
that's
find out
what
and
you
be
want,
stuck
that's,
with it.
I
I'd
can't.
find out.
I can't hold that against you.
How many farts would it take to just clear you out
Oh yeah, probably
Farts or
one.
poop?
of poop?
Just one. I think it'd just be one.
Yeah, what if you? Because like sometimes you're on the toilet and you fart. Like that's
Oh
gonna be
jeez,
awful.
splash everywhere. That's
You just shoot up.
This is a highbrow podcast. I
Yeah,
like it.
I'm still picking that one just because I need to know that thrill.
because I get that.
Yeah.
I would like the tingly feeling after that you get when you sneeze.
See,
Yeah,
there are positives. What about you, Jordan? What would you pick?
I would for sure not do that shit. I would sneeze and have it just smell like farts, which would be really bad because your sinuses would be open
Oh yeah.
and then it would smell like farts. But like it would definitely take people a while to pick up on the fact that your sneezes smelled like farts. Like you'd
Right.
probably have to tell your significant other, but at work people wouldn't look at the guy who just sneezed. Oh yeah, they would. Never mind. I'd still do that, but I'd probably like try to go into a corner to sneeze.
But everybody sneezes and everybody farts, so they wouldn't know immediately. Like, oh, that sneeze is what smells really bad. They think you just farted while sneezing.
Yeah,
I also
that's the thing,
kind of
they'd
like
probably
the
just think
idea
that.
of like my coworkers just because like here's the thing, I am finding out I'm pretty good at my job.
Oh yeah.
And
Right
so
on.
like they're not gonna fire me for fucking having sneezes that smell like farts. So that really is just gonna be something that my coworkers have to fucking deal with.
Yeah, it's
And
their
they'll be
problem
like,
now.
Jordan, did you fart? And I'll be like, no, I sneezed, but I have this condition, and if you give me a hard time, I'm gonna go to HR. So I think I'd
So
go with
back
that.
off.
And they'll be like, I don't want to sit with him at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Fine,
He's
more
got
table
stinky
space.
sneezes and he's abrasive
Yeah, well,
about it.
those are both truths about me.
What about you, Kyle?
I'll be real. I kind of towed the line with the sneezes and farts
Sure.
already.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going
It's
with
a
that.
it's a hit or miss for you, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes I get up, I just got the extra little thrust anyway. So
Really
and
talk about a pick me up.
but yeah, just the idea of sneezing and having it smell like farts. Like sneezing is just not enjoyable in the first place for me.
Oh, you don't like
I hate
sneezing.
sneezing.
So are you gonna like double down and make it that much less enjoyable?
No.
No. Okay.
No, it's a terrible experience. And like, imagine when you're sick. Like,
Oh yeah.
you're sick and you're just sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. This room just smells like you hotboxed a fart.
Oh yeah.
That's a very good point. So you would sneeze out your rear.
I would completely sneeze in my rear.
Okay.
I just incorporate it into my daily routine. I would try to fart like first thing in the morning.
You'd try and pull a Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Propel yourself
I
out
might
of
put some,
bed.
might put some coffee in my cereal. and
Who
see
knows?
if that helps.
Let's find out. Cool. What about you, Jimmy?
Oh, I'm taking sneezes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I said that. I don't remember, but
I don't
that's what I'm
remember.
doing. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't want my asshole all tore up from the pressure.
It would build resistance.
I don't know that I want that.
You get a calloused area.
My calloused beehole.
Yeah, that's right. Very muscly.
You could sand a 2x4 with it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, hey, baby, I'll sand your 2x4. And they're like, what? And I'm like, what?
I got splinters in places that you want to know about, and I'm going to tell you because
Yeah, my
we're in
butt.
romantic relations.
And they're like, ooh, tell me more about your woodworking. I'll be like, well, I made a table once with my butt. They're like, oh, baby, do me. Is what they'll say.
Seems
Definitely.
like that's what would happen. Yeah.
I was already taking the butt option.
Yeah.
But if I get magical woodworking powers out of this,
Then I'm
100%
taking it
going
twice.
with it.
I'm taking it all over again.
Calloused rectum.
Now, everyone, this is the part of the show that we've come upon.
Hi.
That we affectionately known as Mary Fuck Kill.
Hello.
And generally,
Hi.
in this time, Jimmy,
Hello.
Mr. James,
That's me.
runs the ding dang thing.
That's right. Hello.
But today,
Jimmy loved that.
he did.
Dane looked away because he couldn't handle it.
I see.
But today, we're flipping that old script. And we're having Kyle do our Marry Fuck Kill.
It's my time.
So, Kyle, what is a Marry Fuck Kill?
It's a situation that one gets in where you are given the hard choice to marry something, kill something,
Okay.
and fuck the third thing.
Yeah, I'm familiar now. Thank you for recapping. And what are our options this week?
Our options this week are video games, board games, and RPGs. Tabletop RPGs.
Oh, tabletop RPGs.
Tabletop RPGs.
Not the JRPGs.
No.
I mean, if you play a JRPG on a tabletop game,
Sure.
you
Then
can make that happen. But
All it is grinding.
it's just a very...
Nobody's having fun.
There's an angel involved somehow.
You're like, all right, so your first adventure, you're fighting some goblins, and your players are like, I want to fight these goblins forever.
The same goblins.
Sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Wait for them to respawn and kill them again.
It's all very bright and colorful and fun. And there's some
only
good
one
ideas.
song.
There's just one song that just keeps happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so video games. Highly interactive. They are
Straight up telling us what video games are right now.
well, we're giving the pros and cons, bruh.
All right.
Bruh.
Okay,
Bruh, bruh,
yeah,
bruh.
some people may not have ever played them.
Yeah.
What is a video
What's
game?
a video game?
It's a game that you play on a video. Guys, come on.
I
Oh,
played
got
on
it.
my
Like,
VHSs.
it's kind of like Seen It, right?
Sure. You've definitely played Seen It, but you've never played a video game.
I played the Seen It video game.
Right. That's two birds. Okay, no, what I'm saying is that like video games you can control, which is, kind of interesting in that way. They romantically.
Or unromantically.
There's a story arc to them.
Hopefully.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're playing the right video game. A good one.
Sometimes they have good stories. Sometimes they have bad stories.
That's true.
Sometimes they're multiplayer.
A lot of different
Tetris.
Yeah.
Story of frustration.
I mean, who's going to marry Tetris? Some people are already married to Tetris.
Vladimir Putin.
That's right. Ooh, getting political. Whoa.
Sorry, didn't mean to blow your fucking mind.
Hey, Loud Dark Room. It's all full of it.
It is.
Also, Fartown is full of that also. Mind-blowing. Video games. Cutting edge. They're always coming out with new ones, which is interesting.
But you know what? The oldies are good too.
The old ones are good too. You can delve back into the back catalog and just get the blitz and chips.
That's right. They'll always be there for you.
Mm-hmm. The old standbys.
Until they get shut down. Servers go offline.
Until those servers go offline. Come on,
Play City of
Tetris.
Heroes anymore.
Yeah, that's very sad.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. R.I.P. knockoff Wolverine with your 2 claws.
Oh, you couldn't do it though because Marvel sued them anyway.
Yeah. I actually know one of the lawyers on that case. Anyway. True story.
Board
Into that
games.
one.
True story. Board games.
So
Long.
go there. Well,
don't have
it
to be.
depends.
They take so long.
I would say like video games are like they'll always be there for you. They kind of are static.
When the rain
They'll-
starts to
they'll
fall.
effectively stay the same. That's right, Dane.
Like
board
I've been there
games-
before.
Board games are you'll have a very fun experience, but it'll be different every time.
That's true. Varied up but consistent.
But you can attempt to recreate it by playing the game again. And then I would say also, now that I'm thinking about this in a linear way, RPGs are a sort of a one and done thing. You get to do that once, and it's difficult to recreate.
Well, it's
that
a
exact
constantly
thing again.
moving storyline.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can go back.
but it's sometimes it's perhaps the most interactive.
That's true. It's definitely interactive.
In levels of interactivity.
I would say a con for board games is they do get boring the more you play them. Like
Sometimes.
if it's the same board game over and over again, then and you can only make so many sheep puns, guys. I mean, if I'm going to trade a 5 sheep for 2 stone and somebody's like, sheep, you can fuck them, then I'm like, okay, great.
Wait.
You never trade sheep for stone.
Wait.
You trade sheep for wood. You have wood, so you want sheep.
But you want wood because
This is my hell. This is my personal hell you're putting me through.
Catan is the worst.
I haven't
I was
played
fucking
Catan in a
setting
very
you
long
guys
time.
up and you blew it.
What was it?
Setting you up and you blew it.
Oh, the wood makes it good.
There it is. Thank you.
I get it.
Well,
I
you
got
see, the
got
wood
you.
is what makes it good. That was a soup joke. How do you know about that joke? Anyway,
I listen to the podcast. I'm an
thank
avid
you. You're a
fan of this podcast.
You're a fan. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan of Loud Dark Room.
Yeah, that's me.
Not musician and other aficionado of things, soup. So
I am also a musician.
how coincidental.
it's weird.
So board games. I feel like board games can be the most boring of these things. Maybe
Video games, if they
Yeah.
suck, can be very boring.
as soon as I said it out loud, I knew I was wrong.
Like with board games, at least you're theoretically hanging out with people that you like.
That's true.
I feel like in levels of interactivity, like video games are the most solitary,
Okay. True.
especially like more modern video games.
Masturbatory, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so. And then
Because you jack off while you play them.
why you think
That's
controllers
right,
have,
Dane.
why you think controllers have vibrate on them?
Hey!
There's only one reason.
Right up in that grundle area.
Wait.
I play 2-player at home by myself.
I can't wait.
You
to get
naughty
away from
boy.
this.
All right. And then what's next on the hierarchy?
And then board games.
Sure.
Board games, like you're interacting. You have to be in the same room as people. You're interacting.
But like
generally
2-player
from,
is
2 to
passable.
2-player is good. You could play up to like 75.
Oh.
I've seen games.
There is a game that has 75 players. I don't know where the
Jesus.
fuck you're playing that or how that's manageable, but that's technically the case.
You'll have to tell me about that off mic because
It's
that sounds
very bad.
That sounds like fun.
But it is possible.
Okay.
So, and then RPGs, like you're with a core group of people and you're with them for this adventure.
Going forward, yeah. Consistent.
It's like a Second Life.
Oh. Like the
Oh,
video game.
Like the video game, Second Life.
Bringing it back around. It's an Ouroboros kind of situation. All right. Well, I think I have my answer.
Yeah.
Are we all in consensus?
Yeah.
Let's all say ours at
yeah,
the
I
same
think I got
time.
an
No,
answer.
what? No. What? No.
Okay, one.
How about no?
No.
How about
Two.
Dane go first?
I'm gonna marry RPGs because I like group stuff and because I like to role play, and also it's like it develops. You have to work at it. Like it's not just like sit down and do it. You have to like invest. So it's not just the sexual aspect, but it's also the interpersonal aspect. And some parts you're not gonna like, and some parts you're gonna love, and you gotta live with that, and that makes strong bonds. I think I'm going to fuck video games for the high resolution graphics, the cutting edge, all the different shapes that can be made. Gross. And then I'm gonna kill board games because I like board games, but in the end it's just a bunch of cardboard, guys. It's just a bunch of cardboard.
Dare you?
It's
I'm just kidding.
experience.
It's yeah. So is getting bitten by a snake, and I don't want to experience it. So I don't want to fuck a board game.
What if it happened to you in the RPG?
Listen. Yes.
Yes, I'd love it then.
That would be great.
Then you'd want to marry it.
Then I'd marry that snake bite. That fictitious snake bite.
What
Yeah,
if the
Jordan, go.
RPG scenario was just a different set of choices? Like, nah, I don't care, actually.
Way to carry that through, man.
You know, like sometimes you have a thought and you haven't said anything for a while, and then you realize that was a great decision and you should have stuck with it.
You should have kept going. Just keep that. What would you do? Yeah, what would you pick?
Same ones.
Really?
Yeah. Marry RPGs. I feel like RPG is a commitment. You don't usually, like, one-shot RPGs are not, they're usually fun, but it's not like nearly as much fulfillment as you can get out of like really building a character, getting to know the party, really just like fucking
digging
that
in.
party when things get hot.
I know what you're saying. I'm into it.
You know what I mean? And then what's the other stuff? Oh yeah.
You had one really solid answer.
Yeah. I just got, oh man, this got way off the rails.
Board games and the other one.
Video
That's the
games.
one.
Video game.
I would fuck them because I don't know. There's something very transitory about video games. Like there's a million of them, and you can play one for an hour, and that's like all you'll ever see of it.
Right.
And you never see it again. Like that's for sure my relationship to some video games.
Sure.
So
I've
like
done what I need out of you.
you can kind of get what you need from them and then leave them alone, move on to the next one. And I'd kill board games because I feel like I haven't played a board game in like 2 years. So
Yeah.
I
A
just
while.
It's been a long time, and it's not necessarily because I don't like them. It's just because I haven't had the occasion, the time, and the group of people to do it.
Right.
So,
Well, when you
or
move out of
wanting
any
to
town,
learn it.
it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to find the right people. You know.
Yeah, the
Any
right people
town's-
are for sure in any town.
the only right people are in
You've
any
left
town.
the best. Now
Yeah.
you got to deal with the rest.
And Fartown does for sure have a pretty big board gaming scene, but it's just a matter of like I have to go learn that thing. I got this other stuff I got to do also.
Also, I could have sworn you said Fart Town. Anyway,
Fartown is where I live.
You just got to go talk to a board game person once in every 2-week period.
I could do
Ugh.
that.
that sounds awful. Why would you do that?
Talk to people.
Talk to people.
Yeah,
All right.
I could do that.
Kyle, what would you pick?
So I would marry the RPGs for all the same reasons that you guys listed.
Hey, we're of a like minds.
Who'd have thunk it? But then I would actually kill video games.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's not for something we talked about. It's because of the toxic community that
Oh, yeah.
is
That's a very
all
good
about
point.
video
Very
games.
true.
Like
That's
and
legit.
the companies involved with video games.
Microtransactions.
Like video games are just trending in a fashion that I think they need to die.
Oh, you want to come? That'll be another $5.
Oh God! Well, I have to.
Yeah, if you were to fuck
Says
video
everyone.
games, if you were to fuck video games, they'd be the worst hooker.
Oh, okay.
They'd be the hooker that just gives you blue balls the whole time. Just keeps getting more money out of you.
If you want to succeed, then
Yep.
XYZ.
So yeah, so I am killing video games.
Do you have cheat codes?
We do have cheat codes.
The older ones do.
Yeah, they ain't no
Not
cheat
those,
codes
not the
no
young
more.
ones. Not the ones you really want to play.
Oh,
Now the cheat code is money.
all right.
And then
Down,
I,
left, right, $5.
and then I would fuck board games because there's so many of them, and that you have an interesting time with a bunch of friends. And that's the type of fucking I want to get.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm on board with Kyle. Surprise, surprise.
Board. Games.
Yeah, we're all four of us are having a wonderful marriage with RPGs.
Yeah, they're the best.
I don't really have anything to add. Like everything. I mean, like everyone said everything that I feel.
So no jokes then? No?
No more
Yeah.
jokes today. Sorry.
Jokes.
You're out of
I just
jokes,
want to
huh?
have sexual intercourse with a board game
Sure. I mean,
for real.
sure.
What board game? What board game are you going to get down with today?
That's a really good
What's the
question.
Sexiest.
Mine would
board
be
game?
Potion Explosion.
Yeah, you were talking about getting sick of a game earlier, but I don't think you'll ever get sick of Potion.
I don't think I'll
Explosion
get sick of Potion Explosion.
He likes things exploding in his face, people.
I do. Especially when they're like ogre snot.
You know what would be? I don't know. So, all right, my answer is battle wizards of Mount Skullkill. Because that'd be fucking fucked up.
There's a lot of variety there. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that brings us to our last Would You Rather, and we are going into the near endless well of Sam and LA's Would You Rathers that he was kind enough to gather for us in a very quick fashion. But Sam in LA asks, would you rather babysit a crying infant for a day or have an unwanted house guest for a week?
Fuck.
Ooh.
That's
what kind
devastating.
Of unwanted house guest?
I mean, what kind would you have?
What kind is unwanted?
What would a house guest have to do to make them unwanted in Kyle's eyes?
I don't know. I just know that I can make the situation equally uncomfortable for an unwanted house guest.
Oh, yeah?
And I feel like that's the tactic I would take.
So,
I feel like they gotta
Like,
show
I
up.
want you out of here, so I'm gonna
unexpected.
try and get you out.
I'm gonna fucking sneeze my stinky farts all over you. And they'll be like, what's happening? And you're like, achoo, achoo, achoo. And they're like, oh.
Like, you're my house guest. You gotta deal with my nudity. Sorry.
What if they're just like into it though? And they're just like, ooh, and they start taking video and you're like, wait! Oh,
Yeah, I
this
mean-
is backfired immediately.
Shit, this is how I get into porn.
like, no matter what you're doing, they are unwanted. So it's not like you're going to force them out. They're there for a week and you don't want them there. You're not getting around this, Kyle. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying I get him out. I just say it gives me a nice little mini game to try for a week.
So
He
you're,
likes the challenge.
yeah, the spitefulness of it. You'd be like, well, at least it's not all bad because now I'm making your life shitty too. House
Which, like,
guest.
I'm just going to break that down in the terms in which I see it.
Sure.
Hey, yeah, you can stay at my house, you fucking prick. Like, and then,
Fair.
yeah, I'm going to make your life a living hell.
Welcome to Hell House.
They wake up from the couch and you've like put caltrops fucking everywhere.
I just fucking home alone my apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good morning, Uncle Gus. I put jelly on all the handles.
You're like,
You're going to be sticky all day, Gus.
I've put
fucking
an
terrible.
electrical current inside the toilet, so when you urinate in the toilet, ooh, what a shock!
They wake up in bed and they roll over and there's a deer ass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the offer they couldn't refuse.
That's my dear, dear ass.
And then they open their beer, their morning beer with it, and put it in their cereal.
They're unwanted because they're alcoholics.
Maybe you said Home Alone, so I'm just imagining that it's Daniel Stern,
Sure.
this house guest.
Yeah.
Or wasn't that movie House Guest that was Sinbad?
I think so.
Oh,
Oh,
Sinbad.
fuck.
I want Sinbad as a house
Right.
guest, though.
So it can't be Sinbad because you want him. I mean, what was the other one? House guest or Crying Baby?
Crying
Yeah.
Baby, which is basically Satan incarnate.
Oh my God.
I mean,
have
it's
you
just
seen
a day.
baby?
Yeah,
What?
I have seen a baby. I've seen a couple of babies.
I am like, if you're a parent, bless you, and it's a miracle, and I love you, and have some
Perpetuating.
presents, and show me on Instagram, and you're great. But all babies are terrifying, and then they cry, and it seems like they're like trying to summon a horde of other babies to murder you.
So this is a definite phenomenon that happens amongst like, very young children.
I seen
is
it.
when one starts crying, they all get like, "Oh, is that allowed? Is that is that this kind of party?"
course.
And then
socially acceptable?
like, oh man, it's wild to watch because everybody's just doing great, right? Everyone's just chilling. They're like pasting things on paper. They're building with blocks. They're like fucking playing house, whatever. And then, bam. Somebody knocks their head on a thing, and one of them starts wailing, and then it just the littlest thing pushes anybody else over, like the blocks fall over, or they ran out of imaginary milk, or the paste dries, and the kids start crying.
Dan, you been hanging out with babies? You been hanging out with babies? You not tell me?
Listen, we have lives outside of this podcast.
Fuck.
How do you run out of imaginary milk?
Well, if you're really committing to the playing house situation, generally there's and this is what I've witnessed. There's a mom, there's a dad, there's a brother, there's a baby sister, there's a dog, there's a fairy godmother.
Well,
there's
a lot of characters.
There's a
Sounds very
laser
specific.
cat. There's a armored unicorn, and everybody gets breakfast every morning together. In every game of house I've seen, everybody. If you're a fucking pink cheetah, who cares?
Yeah.
That's too many people to have all that milk for. That's why they
Everybody
ran out.
comes down for breakfast, and then there's only so much milk to go around. I mean, come on.
Did y'all ever play house in your life?
In my life? Fuck yeah. I'm playing house right now.
I used to want to
Aren't we
be
all?
the older brother
Right?
who was old enough to have a car, and my child fantasy was to have a car so I could get my own Burger King. That was the extent of it. I was like, I'm gonna get Burger King, and then fucking went and got it.
Yeah, I think I would take care of the baby. I do have a lot of child experience, so I think taking care of the baby wouldn't be that bad. And I hate being an imposition on other people, and I feel like it would really suck to have somebody be an imposition on me, just like morally. Like I would have a real hard time with being like, I want this person out of my house every day. Like it would be exhausting for me over the course of a week. It'd be exhausting in one day to have a crying child constantly. But there are earplugs. And
you could just forget about the baby.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's getting around it because
Are you-
babies are piercing.
Are you? Is the question that we're taking care of it, or it's just here?
I think it's taking care of it.
Babysitting. It was babysitting.
Oh, babysitting. That's just an
babysit
evening.
a crying infant. So you'd have to have it in your arms most of the time.
Is that real?
For an infant,
A crying infant? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a crying one. You can put them in their crib and pretend like they're going to go to sleep, but they're not going to go to sleep. They're going to just keep crying. So you put them in there for like 10 minutes. And then you're like, all right, this isn't working. And then you go and watch some fucking Caillou or some bullshit.
Caillou's got one hair or something. Or
He
no
has
hair?
none. He
I
has
don't
none
know.
hair. He's
He's a
French.
child and he has a big head and he has no hair. His name's Caillou. And fucking people eat that shit up and I'm like, where's his hair? He's
Well,
a baby child,
Not
man.
anymore. Now it's all Peppa Pig. Anyway,
Where's her hair?
she's a pig.
Pigs have the hair.
And she's two-dimensional.
Jimmy's right. This guy's bald as fuck.
He's strangely bald.
He's strangely
He doesn't
bald.
even have any side. He's like Homer Simpson,
And it's
but a
never
boy.
referred to. They never call it out.
Oh, there's some pretty unfunny memes about this kid.
I bet. I'm sure there is.
Google them on your own time.
On your own
after
time.
the podcast is listened.
Won't you?
Yeah, let's
find
not
them
do
at
that
an
now.
find them at an internet near you. What about you, Jordan? What would you do?
Okay, so as you were talking, I hate both of these things so fucking much. And all that stuff I said about parenting earlier, I regret. Because here's the thing. As I understand it, was a bit of a fussy baby.
Yeah.
And
You're colicky. You're a little colicky.
no, I was just a fucking little chump-ass jive turkey. Crying about this and that. Here's the thing, little has changed. I've just developed the language center of my brain so I can express
Yeah, that's good. And therapy.
Yeah, that has helped.
Yeah.
So I think that in order to better have empathy for parents, this is not a funny answer, but it's just the truth.
No, yeah, go for it.
I would probably murder the child I was dating.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. It's a comedy
Hey,
podcast.
joke podcast.
Killing a baby.
Hey.
Yeah, I'd probably just take care of a kid for a day because I think I could learn a lot from it. And the only thing I learned from having a house guest I don't want is to never do that again.
Right.
And then
Get out of my house.
it's just like, oh, I'm looking for a place to stay in Seattle. Do you know anyone? Do you? Huh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's me.
No.
I know it's me. That sounded kind of like I was making fun of you, Dane. Also, I live in Fart Town.
That's right.
I used Seattle as an example.
Yeah. No, it's a good example.
Hypothetically.
I take care of the
Okay.
kid.
Yeah. That's very enlightened of you, Jordan.
I try.
That's well done.
Thanks.
And what answer would you pick, Kyle?
Oh, I'm going with the house guest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nope.
And wangle your dangle all over the goddamn place.
I love kids when they're not crying.
Yeah.
When they're crying, I want nothing more than to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Get them out
Makes
of my
sense. That's conditional.
face. And they're not my own child, so I can have that conditional love.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. So you'd
Sorry, real
Go
quick.
ahead.
You'd get paid.
that's
You
true.
want to
Not-
pay your babysitter.
Not enough.
Yeah, it's babysitting money. That was the point I was gonna make when I chose babies.
Are you're choosing baby?
Yeah, crying babies doesn't bother me that much.
Really?
Like, it's annoying, but I'm not like, "Ugh," like I'm just like, well, it's loud.
I
fine.
definitely used to be that way when I did teach a year of preschool. It was tough for me when the crying would start, like the real tantrums would go on. I'd have to like walk outside for a minute and just I co-taught, so it wasn't like I was leaving a room full of 4-year-olds to their own devices.
You now.
They're safety scissors. It's fine. They're not that sharp.
Sharp enough.
Sharp enough.
Ball on 'em.
Sharp enough for a man.
Was there I realized I jumped in on the middle of Kyle's explanation.
Oh, Kyle,
no,
did
it's
you have
okay.
more explanation?
Nope. I
we-
just don't. I don't want to deal with the kids.
Kyle,
And
did
I
we
will
talk about your
happily-
dick enough?
I will happily learn how to Rube Goldberg my apartment. for a
Oh,
week
yeah.
into traps.
You would you'd reenact Home Alone on your own house guests.
Like in my head, I'm like, what if I set their room on fire?
Yeah, what if I
don't-
just did that?
Let's see what happens.
You'd have to sleep on the floor. And I'd have a firehouse. Not the good kind.
You're not going to stay in a burned down apartment.
I guess
are you?
not. And we're not going to stay in this burned down podcast because we're done. That was it. That was the whole thing. So I'd like to thank Kyle for coming and taking a dip with us this balmy ass autumn evening. And I'd like to thank Jordan for joining us from Fartown via the metaphysical hot tub, the
hot tub hologram, as it were.
the hot tub hologram. It's
Yeah.
a great movie title, or
I
sequel.
want to direct that one.
Yeah, okay. That one's yours. That's science fiction for sure. But Kyle, I think you and Jimmy have something cooking up in your ovens, don't you?
What? Yeah, a baby.
A baby.
We're both pregnant with babies.
It's a miracle.
Human babies.
I got something to tell you.
It's separate. We're not like we didn't impregnate each other or anything.
No, we did. It's yours.
Oh, fuck. They're both mine. I impregnated myself somehow.
All right.
Oh.
So now
Yes. So no. Jordan, what would you like to plug?
Oh yeah, so we've talked about it a little bit. I do a podcast called Loud Dark Room where I talk to members of the DIY music community, largely focused here in Seattle. But after I get off this podcast, I'm going to edit up an episode where I interview the
Ooh.
depressive black metal band called Suicide Forest.
Wow.
From from Tucson, Arizona, and they stopped.
that-
They stopped by my house while they were on tour.
Wow. Desert town all the way from there.
Yeah, and they very much were like the Pacific Northwest is much more our speed. But
Oh, really?
yeah, because it's gloomy.
Sure.
They were,
And they're
that was the first
gloomy
time
bunch.
I had the majority of a band take a nap in my house. So that was kind of cool.
Were they unwanted house guests? No,
No,
they weren't,
I was
because you wanted them
delighted to
there.
have them. Yeah, they were invited.
Sounds
for
nice.
Sure,
You mean you
wanted.
didn't set up traps for them when they woke up?
No,
Unconceivable.
I straight up said, like, y'all can play video games or do whatever. And they were like, oh, cool. And I do the podcast with 2 of the members, and I walk out, and everybody's asleep. So I was like,
That's the way it goes.
It's good, too. Yeah, it is. I mean, they've been driving a lot. Anyway.
Kyle actually fell asleep for a good portion of this podcast, so.
He's been driving a lot.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us for our podcast for another week. If you have any would you rathers for us, please send them to the PJCcast@gmail.com or tweet them using hashtag the PJCcast. You can find us all over the gall dang ding dang place. Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, the internet,
At large.
your phone, your mom's phone.
Tell your friends. Tell your neighbor. Tell your neighbor's friends about us.
A telephone pole, a regular landline telephone.
Wait, how do we get it on landline?
You type in 1-800-PJC, and then we're like, hello, how can we help you? Do you have any would you
podcast
rather?
isn't phone number.
Is it?
PJC Cast. Call it and let us know
Holy
what happens.
shit. Don't do that, people.
1-800.
People
It
of the
won't
world.
affect us negatively. You might get some money taken from you by the phone company.
Yeah. That
You'd
still
get
happens.
sued, Jimmy.
You might get sued.
Why would we get sued? 1-800?
Slander, libel.
1-800? What are you talking about? Those are the opposite things.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
There you go. So if you have any of those, you can also look up our Patreon. We've got extra content for those who wish it. We're on Instagram and Facebook. But for another week, my name is Dane.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah, Jordan, say it louder, though.
Oh, I'm still Jordan.
Yay!
Yeah.
And we hope you have a good night and get home safe.
When's Brian showing up, by the way?
Ooh, about that.
I was really excited to
Hi,
talk to
guys.
Brian today, you guys.
So you know how you're here and Kyle's here?
Yeah, where's Brian?
Well, Brian's dead.
We had to put him down.
We had to put him
Brian
down.
went to a farm.
He's
far
very
away.
happy.
Luke Skywalker statue?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool.
It's right here where he usually sits. In
Let
the
me tell
tub.
you my mailing address. It's
Actually got
1600
headphones on.
Pennsylvania Avenue.